Hello, Taurus. Hope that you're all doing well. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you're one of my incredible subscribers, thank you for being here. If you're not, just go ahead, hit the button. It's free. Get your energy moving throughout the channel. Happy New Year. 2021 was quite the experience for a lot of people. Feel free to leave a comment below if you feel like sharing. Tell us what you went through, what you experienced, what you saw, what you learned, what your intentions are for 2022. See what we got. What do you got for Taurus, please, Spirit? Only my guardian angels may speak through me, and please remove any filters, judgments, or predisposed states of mind. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting bronchitis as well. It looks as though you're manifesting something new. Absolutely something new. And it has to do with an apprenticeship or something. It's about doing what you love and not working on your own. Or maybe you are going to be manifesting and building out, branching out on your own into a new business, possibly, because this is Pentacles, or a new fitness regime. Maybe a fitness business of some sort. But the reason why is because I'm getting the feeling that in the past, the individuals that you had around you may not have been so much what you're looking for. They may not have been cooperative, or they may not have shared the same visions or held the same visions as you. And so I feel like there could have been a stall, or some of you could have lost your jobs. Maybe you walked away from it, or there was a closing of a business, or you just, I'm getting the sense of you weren't happy. You weren't happy with what it was that they were creating. You weren't happy with what the company may have stood for. Perhaps you had taken the position, because this wanted to come up in reverse. Perhaps you had taken the position because it was just easier, right? It was just easier. It paid the bills, but then something inside told you that this just wasn't for you. And maybe you just stuffed down your displeasure for a long time, to the point where you couldn't stuff it anymore. You're literally, your higher self was saying, you know, it's time to go. We need to get out of this situation. There was some disharmony, misalignment. And now maybe even you've taken that plunge of being a consultant, working on your own, right? When it's reversed, it's about grappling with that lack of harmony and with fellow team members. So it made it difficult to complete projects. None of you may have been on the same page. And even if this isn't about work, it could even be family, or it could be relationships. But projects just couldn't move forward. Everybody wanted their own way, or you weren't listening or valuing one another's opinions or ideas. And if it resonates, this card meant that there needed to be a realignment with the original goals of a project, and to make new agreements about how everyone will work together to achieve those goals. Maybe timelines needed to be generated, or renegotiated, or resources, or the amount of money that each were putting into it. But when this card is upright, it's about proper planning and organization. But the reversal suggests that a more systematic energy was required, and that there wasn't a clear view of how to accomplish the goals. So some of you just, I feel like you put the brakes on something here. You put the brakes here because you wanted more of a plan. And maybe there was a lack of respect amongst team members or other individuals that you were dealing with. Like I said, it doesn't have to be career, but there could have been a lack of respect and too many people trying to prove themselves and gain superiority over others. And if that's the case, there needed to be guidelines, clear guidelines that were set for the team, especially around respect and collaboration and appreciating unique contributions that each person makes, no matter how his or her experience or knowledge sits well with others. It's like, whether we like it or not, we have to respect that they have something, and we have to negotiate. But something back in this past situation for you didn't work like that. So this could have been the theme for 2021. Maybe it points out that you were working in a relatively mundane job and that your contributions and experience were going unappreciated and undervalued. And maybe there wasn't much opportunity for growth or advancement, or maybe you felt as though your skills or capabilities weren't being utilized. And so perhaps you made a career move and you looked for an organization that does value your talents. At times it can simply indicate that you prefer to go at it alone and get the job done yourself. Maybe you're fed up waiting for others to feel inclined to do, to just do it all on your own. You may be right. However, if you find yourself struggling, it does ask to be open to asking for help. So I feel like something just went awry in 2021. It just didn't align with what you needed and now, or what you were manifesting. Now, in the present here, what I got for you, Taurus, is the 2 of Ariel. And it's speaking about balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, trying to make work fun for that matter. So again, back to these pentacles and back to stability. So there could be multiple priorities or time management, or maybe this is an opportunity for prioritization or adaptability, right? Being more flexible. It usually appears to say that you're juggling a lot of priorities, roles, and responsibilities. And an example could be that you're a working parent or a general manager of a business, both an administrative assistant in a busy office, or someone who works multiple jobs. In the upright position, it says that you're doing an excellent job of balancing these different priorities and that you can take on whatever life throws at you. But it also reminds you that the line between coping with these demands and losing control is quite thin. So it's asking you to take a look and how can you manage, your time and your energy and your resources carefully so that you don't lose your balance. It also often appears if you're busy rushing from one thing to the next with little downtime in between. You may tell yourself that you haven't got enough time or that you're in a rush, but remember that you don't have to be busy to get things done. Sometimes taking a break is the most productive thing you can do. Then you come back fresh. You feel more enthusiasm towards whatever it is that you need to deal with, right? Because you've got that energy restoration. Similarly, it can appear when you're getting caught up in the day-to-day demands and losing sight of a bigger picture. So if that's resonating with you, this card asks, go within and ask yourself, what life do I want? And how can I reorganize my schedule to create the life I desire? It also invites you to manage that time that you have and your priorities carefully, because your workload is high right now. And to get everything done, you need to stay focused and productive. You may benefit maybe from a to-do list or better calendar management or a stricter schedule. Maybe even you'll enlist the support of an assistant or a business coach that can help you make right changes. But basic time management is crucial to your ability to juggle these various priorities and keep your head above water. It also asks to pay special attention to general administration, including paying bills or managing finances, staying on top of commitments, and maintaining, your list of things to do. Be careful that you don't miss important deadlines and meetings or other obligations. It also calls to your awareness the concept of that balance that we were talking about in those parts of your life, um, where you have it and those where you don't. So while you can strive for equilibrium, nothing ever stays in perfect harmony. So, for example, stabilizing your work and family commitments sounds fantastic, but in reality, maybe your family may be more high priority one work week versus the next week when it's all work, right? So, there's something very important here. Like, you are doing an amazing job balancing this, but it's almost like Spirit is giving you a warning about possible burnout or possible issues that you may feel or that you may spin out of control because you could be trying to do everything on your own. This could also be, I'm hearing too, a shift that needs to happen, a decision that needs to happen within as to allowing others in, right? Maybe looking at them with a different perspective, because it's easy for us to jump and say, you know, this person doesn't do this person doesn't do that, no, I'm going to do it on my own, rah, 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 rah. Are we being too judgmental? Can we accept that they might be doing their best, and if they're not doing their best, maybe we can just send them love, but understand that we need to go into something different with people who are more aligned. Or definitely this could be even saying that you've outgrown the situation around you, and that maybe you have now all of the skills to make it happen. But the good news is that you can give yourself a pat on the back because you're making it happen. So what we have in the future for you, Taurus, that's coming up, and this could be in the next few days, there's something about inner clarity or rethinking an idea or clouded judgment. And it could be because of how busy you are at this point in time, how busy you are running around doing things and trying to bounce back or recover, if you will, from this lack of teamwork. Because this card is showing up in reverse, it indicates that a new idea or a breakthrough is emerging from within you, but you may not be willing to share it with others just yet. You may still be exploring what this idea means for you and how to best express and manifest it in the external world. You may seek greater clarity even about this idea that you wish to pursue. Perhaps you just want to make sure, because you feel unsure at the moment, if it'll bring you the results that you truly desire. And when it appears, it's important to give yourself that time and that space to meditate and clear your mind so that you can birth this idea in the most effective way. Sometimes it can be a signal that maybe you have an idea that's not coming into fruition the way that you had hoped, and it's time to go back to the drawing board. You may be still pursuing an idea that no longer has any meaning for you, or maybe you have too many ideas on the go and you cannot commit to one course of action. So this card is good because it lets you know ahead of time, hey, it's inviting me to spend time defining in plain terms what it is that I want in life. That's what this card basically says. How do I sit down, and set myself some goals? I need to know what it is that I want in life, and that's what this is asking for you. And maybe that's exactly right, because now this all makes sense. If you're working so hard and you're doing so many incredible things at once, but you're getting ran thin, maybe Spirit is just giving you a heads up now that it might be good to focus on one job or one thing for a little while at a time, or maybe shed some that are too much at this point because of the fact that you could burn out and they don't want that to happen to you. And also, I'm getting this sense too that you do have this brilliant idea that's going to be coming in, but you need to slow down to hear it. Okay? So that's what I'm getting right now for you in this new year. Slow down to hear it. Slow down to hear yourself. Take that time. It's okay. You don't have to be a workhorse all of the time. All right? All right, Taurus, that's what I've got for you. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing new year. Bye, guys.